find it. Lucas Vazquez is in acres of space, but they've worked it out towards the left again this time, Real, and Fran Garcia leaves it for Mbappe. Mbappe finds Bellingham. There goes that ball out towards the far side. That's where the space is at the moment for Lucas Vazquez. And Vazquez goes forward towards Güler, who's deep. He'll be looking to stamp his authority on this game tonight if he can. The Turkey gets so little opportunities. Nice ball out towards the far side. Played back towards Luka Modric inside the penalty area. Right-hand side of the 6-yard area. Tries to click one back, and in the end it's cleared by the leg of the goalkeeper Marko Dimitrovic. And a further clearance towards the halfway line for Leganes, but Real will come again. It's all Real Madrid at the moment. Lovely first-time ball out towards that far side. Now here's the crossing opportunity for Güler, and Güler goes down towards the dead ball line, cut back towards the edge of the penalty area, and it's clear, but there's an offside flag up anyway over on the far side. I think the young Turk was offside as he made the overlap. The ball threaded through by Lucas Vazquez. Just looking at a replay of it now. Did he go too early? That's probably incorrect. He looks like he was onside, actually. Nothing came of it in the end anyway, because it wasn't a great ball back. But looking at a replay of it, I think the referee's assistant was a little premature in raising his flag for that one. And it'll be a free kick to Leganes inside their own penalty area. 12 minutes played here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 0. Leganes 0. The goalkeeper for a second time has just booted the ball out of play. Sails over the halfway line out towards that far side, the Leganes left-hand side. Straight out of play, nobody touched it. Throw in for Real Madrid. That's twice that Dimitrovic has done that. Real have it again on the halfway line with Brahim Diaz back inside his own half with Antonio Rudiger. A little bit of space now down this left-hand side for Fran Garcia. Infield to Mbappe. He's continued his run down the left-hand side. Wants the ball back from Mbappe. Can he keep the ball in play? No, he can't. But well, in the end, it's ricocheted off of Fran Garcia. It's gone behind. It's another goal kick to Leganes. Real, after this one, they obviously they've got that two-header in the Champions League against Arsenal in the quarter-final, and before that they've got to play their Copa del Rey semi-final second leg against Real Sociedad. They're leading that one by 1-0. That's on Tuesday night. Then next Saturday they host Valencia, 3:15 on Saturday, before the first leg of that tie against Arsenal. They then get I'll just break off a second because Leganes are coming forward with one Cruz just outside the penalty area. Threaded forward towards the right-hand side. Oh, that's unfortunate for Daniel Raba, who's in a good position in the penalty area and fell over. And that allows Camavinga to clear down the left-hand side. Ball's gone out of play. And I think Real are going to get a free kick anyway for a push there down this near side. They've got a tie against Alaves away from home in between those two games against Arsenal on Tuesday the 8th of April and the 16th of April. Long ball forward for Real. That's going to have far too much on it to try and release Güler over on that far side. It's gone behind and it's a goal kick for Leganes. We've played nearly 15 minutes here at the Bernabeu and it's still goalless. Real have lost just the once in La Liga at home this season. 11 wins from their 13 games, 1 draw, 1 defeat, and of course it was a heavy defeat, wasn't it, in the Clásico. They've had 2 beatings from Barcelona this season, one in the Super Cup and the other in the league, and they've got that game to come, the big one that could be the title decider, currently sketched in for the 11th of May. Long ball forward now for Mbappe. First touch isn't great, but Real have come away with it inside the penalty area towards this near side. It's Brahim Diaz. Needs to cut the ball back. He can't. And it's put out at the near post. It will be a corner for Real, but it could have been so much more than them if the Moroccan had managed to feed that one in towards the penalty area. And it will be a corner, though, for Real. Their first of the evening. Breathe aside, in fact, as Real look to get the breakthrough here with just over 15 minutes played. It's going to be taken by Luka Modric down this near side, the Real Madrid left, so it'll be a right-footed in-swinger from the Croatian. He's just pulling his socks up before he readies this one. Referee just having a word with a couple of the Leganes players inside that penalty area. And now Modric prepares, left arm up in the air, up he steps. Right-footed towards that far post, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper Marko Dimitrovic. Nice and easy for the Serbian there, just clutching that one out of the air as it sailed towards that far post where Rudiger was lurking. 2 or 3 players went down in a heap inside that 6-yard area. So often is the case these days in modern football with corners and set pieces alike. Long ball forward now from Leganes. That's just going to find Camavinga. Camavinga can bring this ball forward for Real. Left-hand side of the centre circle, just holds it up just inside his own half. Back to Asensio. Asensio forward now and then eventually reaches Lucas Vázquez. Over on that far side, Luka Modric has continued to run down the right side. He tries to feed the Croatian, but it's come off of a Leganes player and goes out for a throw-in on the halfway line down the Real right, which they've already taken. It's back with Rudiger now inside the Real half. Brings it over the halfway line to the left of the centre circle. Ball to Mbappe, laid off to Camavinga. Camavinga loops one over the top towards Jude Bellingham, and that's nicely tidied up in the end by Valentin Roussier. Back to the Leganes goalkeeper, Marko Dimitrovic. They're pretty comfortable at the moment. Our boy Jimenez's men. I'll certainly take this as the first 16-17 minutes go. Real really have created very little, and yes, they've had all the possession, but they've done very little with it. The European champions. For the third time, goalkeeper kicks long, straight out of play over on the far side, throwing it around. I don't quite know what it is he's trying to achieve there, Dimitrovic. He's obviously seen something that none of us have seen. Here's Rudiger, square to his left, and Garcia returns the favour back to the big German again, who finds Asensio. Asensio has got Lucas Vázquez towards his right-hand side. Hugging the touchline over on the far side is Bellingham. Bellingham's cuts in field again. It goes back with Rudiger. Rudiger out towards his near side, and here's Brahim Diaz. Finds Mbappe in field. Mbappe back towards the number 35 Asensio. Back to Camavinga. Real working it towards the right-hand side this time. Luka Modric down the line towards Lucas Vázquez. Back in field again. Goulet's lurking on the edge of the penalty area, as is Mbappe, just to the left of the D. Over on that far side goes Jude Bellingham again. This is good football by Real. They're pinging it around pretty nicely, but not really going anywhere with it. Rudiger now has it central inside the Leganes half. Goes long this time towards the edge of the penalty area. Spotted the run of Bellingham. Cleared by Leganes, and then a long clearance by Juan Cruz, which is one to chase over on the far side. Real have got to be careful here, and it's brilliantly tidied up actually in the end by Asensio, and Real will break again. Garcia over the halfway line, down the line to Brahim Diaz, in field to Bellingham. Bellingham crowded out by Leganes players, still manages to poke it down the line towards Mbappe. Back in field to the Englishman again, clips it in towards the penalty area, gets far too much on it, and it goes straight into the arms of the Leganes goalkeeper, Marko Dimitrovic, all in orange this evening, the number 13 for Leganes. And Real just haven't got into their stride just yet. Anything other than a win would be really damaging for them, particularly if Barcelona can get the win tomorrow. Barca are playing tomorrow, 4:15 local time, against Girona, who of course in the Champions League this season had a fantastic season last season, and not so this season. There's a low ball towards the right-hand side of the penalty area. Here's Mbappe. He holds it up. He needs support, the Frenchman. Goes down towards the dead ball line, tries to cut it back, and in the end it's just put behind, and it'll be Real's second corner of the evening. Good work by Kylian Mbappe, but just didn't have the support. Goulet, the likes of Goulet and Jude Bellingham just took too long to get involved really and provide support for the Real top scorer. Corner then from the far side this time. The first one was from this near side through Luka Modric. This one's going to be a left-footed in swing, and it comes towards that near post, headed clear towards the edge of the penalty area, and a further clearance by Leganes, picked up on the halfway line for Real by Fran Garcia. The space is with Brahim Diaz down this near side. That's who it finds. Goes back in field again to Garcia, and Brahim Diaz just makes his way out towards his near touchline, receives the ball once more, the Moroccan. Now it's with Bellingham back inside the centre circle with Camavinga. Down the centre it goes again to Bellingham, out towards the far side, and Luka Modric inside right position, pokes it out towards that right-hand touchline. Low ball towards the edge of the penalty area. Mbappe back to goal. First touch too heavy, allows the clearance to come in, and it can be cleared by Van Neu by Leganes. Runs into trouble, gives the ball straight back to Real inside the penalty. Here's Bellingham, gets the shot in, deflected, loops up into the air, and good goalkeeping in the end by Marko Dimitrovic. Clutches it out of the sky. And for a split second there, the Englishman had the space inside that penalty area. He was closed down so quickly by 2-3 Leganes defenders. Just wanted one touch just to set himself, just to steady himself, Bellingham, then right-footed, got the shot in. It was on target, or it would have been, and in the end it was the stretched leg of Sergio Gonzalez, the Leganes captain, who blocked the Englishman's shot, and in the end it just looped up into the air and was comfortable for the Leganes goalkeeper. Leganes have now won themselves a free kick just outside the centre circle, inside the Real half. And this will be an opportunity for the visitors, as down goes Oscar Rodriguez. And Oscar Rodriguez may well take this free kick. It's himself and Juan Cruz at the moment who are behind it. In fact, Juan Cruz has walked off, so it will be the number 7 for Leganes by the looks of things. As I say, just to the right of the centre circle, the right of centre, I should say, pretty much midway inside the Real Madrid half. Clipped in, left-footed, it's got far too much on it, and why the keeper's punched it clear, I've no idea. He would have had a comfortable catch, but to be fair, Andre Lunin's got a lot on that ball, and it's sailed out towards the halfway line for Real. But the visitors have it over on the far side, played down the line. That's gone out of play, but it's come off of Luka Modric, I think it is, or it might have been Lucas Vazquez, is it? It will be a throw-in to Leganes, and it will be taken by Javier Hernandez just inside the Real half, over on that far side, the Leganes left-hand side. Throw-in is taken. Juan Cruz has it, back towards that left-hand side. In fact, they go back inside their own half now, the visitors. We are midway through the first half here at the Bernabeu. It remains Real Madrid 0, Leganes 0, but Leganes have given the ball away down this near side. Here's a real opportunity now for Real, and Fran Garcia inside the penalty area, cuts it back, Bellingham. Modric! Oh, he takes the shot. He was set up beautifully by Bellingham. Modric gets the shot in, and a last-ditch block by Sergio Gonzalez puts the ball behind for Real's third corner of the evening, and Luka Modric himself is rushing over to this near side to take this one from the Real left-hand side. A right-footed in-swinger from the Croatian. Left arm goes up in the air again. Modric then steps up. Decent delivery. Keeper comes, gets a really good punch on it. Right hand, firm right hand, sails out towards the halfway line. Real will have it again, though, through Fran Garcia inside the centre circle. There's space out this near side if they can work it out towards Modric. Indeed they do. Modric now midway inside the Leganes half, down this left-hand side. 1-2 between himself and Bellingham. Bellingham works his way over towards the left-hand touchline himself. Has the ball now, the Englishman. Just holds it up. Low ball towards the edge of the penalty area. There's a little bit of space. Shot comes in, and it's comfortable for the goalkeeper from Brahim Diaz from about 30 yards out, right-footed, right down the centre. Nice and comfortable for Marko Dimitrovic. And it's a shot on target for Real, but the opportunity claimed previously. They worked this really well, Real. Beautifully laid off by Bellingham to Modric. Steadied himself, edge of the penalty area, right-footed. It was definitely on target. And it's just headed clear by the number 6, Sergio Gonzalez, over the top. And behind it went for a corner for Real. Leganes have got a free kick now as Ivan Neu has gone down. Challenge, I think it was by Mbappe actually, who was deep just on the halfway line trying to win the ball back. Looking at a replay of this, Mbappe had the ball initially and he's just backed into the Leganes